While widely celebrated as a masterful conclusion to the trilogy, Toy Story 3 is not without its flaws. One of the most common critiques is that the film recycles many plot elements from its predecessors, particularly Toy Story 2. Both films feature a central conflict where the toys are separated from Andy and must undertake a perilous journey to return to him. Both also introduce a charismatic, seemingly benevolent antagonist, Stinky Pete in the second film and Lotso in the third, who is revealed to have a dark, traumatic past that fuels their villainy. This reliance on a familiar formula can make the film feel less original and inventive compared to the first two, which each carved out their own unique narrative space. Another point of contention for some is the film's reliance on what might be called nostalgia bait. While the ending is undeniably effective at an emotional level, especially for the audience that grew up with the franchise, some argue that its primary goal is to elicit a tearful reaction rather than to provide a truly organic and logical conclusion. The entire premise, from the toys' mistaken journey to the daycare to Woody's ultimate decision to pass them on, is designed to tug at the heartstrings of viewers who are graduating, moving, or otherwise experiencing a major life transition. This emotional pandering, while successful, can be seen as a crutch that detracts from the narrative's integrity, making the final scene feel less like an earned emotional climax and more like a pre-packaged farewell. The characterizations of the toys, specifically their collective lack of trust in Woody, is another issue raised by critics. Throughout the first two films, Woody's leadership, while occasionally questioned, is ultimately proven to be sound. By the events of Toy Story 3, the toys have had a decade of adventures with Woody, and he has consistently been proven right in his instincts about what is best for the group. Yet, at the beginning of the third film, they almost immediately disregard his warnings about the daycare and their fate, choosing instead to believe a toy they just met. This plot point is a convenient way to get the story moving, but it feels like a forced contrivance that betrays the established relationships and character development from the previous movies. Finally, while the iconic incinerator scene is often praised for its dramatic tension and emotional weight, it also raises questions about the tone of the film. For a movie rated G, or later, PG, a scene where the beloved characters willingly accept a fiery, gruesome death is surprisingly dark and intense. While it is meant to be a moment of profound courage and unity, it can be a jarring and even terrifying experience for a young audience. The subsequent save by the aliens is also viewed by some as an overly convenient and slightly lazy resolution to the mortal peril, undermining the weight of the moment that just preceded it. It's a climax that prioritizes a shock and awe emotional punch over a more thematically consistent and logical resolution.